Right now, though, Keeley Hawes, best known for starring in, so many things. Ashes to Ashes, Line of Duty, Bodyguard, and now she's taken on the role of Dr. Zellaby. Now, Dr. Zellaby is a child psychologist in the new drama, The Midwich Cuckoos, which is set to chill the nation. It hits our screens next month.
I can't sleep.
And why can't you sleep?
Because bad things will happen.
You've got no idea what it is.
I can feel life growing inside me. Whether we like it or not, we are all in this together now.
Keeley Hawes joins me now. So creepy and unsettling. I loved the book. I remember reading the book as a kid and then seeing the movie with George Sanders. Amazing. This is a different take on it, though, because you're playing the character that he played. They've changed it, so it's a woman, and I think it's all the better for it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Our version is very different. You know, it's a modern take, and David Farr's done a brilliant job. I mean, I read it, and actually, because I didn't know the story, it was just an amazing surprise to me. I was like, this is really weird, really creepy. And who doesn't love a, you know, creepy kids show?
You're used to playing really, really interesting, strong women, but she's, I don't know, there's just something special about this one.
Yes, yeah, and she's slightly different from the other women in Midwich. Susanna Zellaby, who I play, is a child psychologist, so she knows lots of the mothers in the town already. She deals, her patients are the children of Midwich. And she moved to Midwich when her daughter was quite young, from London. And her daughter Cassie, who's played by the brilliant Synnøve Carlson, she has problems with addiction and mental health. And so it's very difficult for Susanna because, you know, she deals with other people's children. She helps other people's children, but she's finding it very difficult to help her own child.
The child actors, the young actors, I'm sure they were delightful in real life, but they were so scary.
They were absolutely brilliant. And our costume and makeup departments, I think, have done a phenomenal job, because in our version, the children don't all look identical like they did in the original. They all sort of have their own personalities, and they're kind of heightened versions of children of that age. But in order to create a sort of unison amongst them, they're all wearing tiny pairs of false teeth, because at the ages of the children that we were using, lots of them are losing teeth, lots of them have got no teeth, and it was just a brilliant idea to bring them all together and make them look slightly odd. And it's not something that you necessarily notice right away, but you just know that there's something that's not quite right.
You mentioned Children and Adults, and of course The Durrells was a huge success. I loved that show. I'm smiling now thinking about it.
Oh.
It was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
I know.
Wasn't it?
I know, me too. And it sort of had a lovely second life during lockdown too,
yes.
because it was put out again on ITV, and so, you know, and I think it was perfect viewing for lockdown.
And honestly, what a career you're having. It's fantastic. I mean, I remember you in Tipping the Velvet, which was brilliant. It's one of my favourite things that's ever been on the telly. And then Ashes to Ashes. And, you know, we had John Simpson in recently, and he said that they're doing a remake. There you are with Philip Glenister. I've got the biggest crush on him. The biggest crush on Philip Glenister. Any excuse to show that. It's wonderful. So they might be doing, we reckon they're going to do Lazarus, which is going to be hopefully a remake. So that'll be, for us who love it, that's going to be really good, isn't it?
Yes, or a sequel or something. I think so. I mean, I can't wait to see it. I think for me, the character of Alex Drake, her story came to a very definite end.
It did, yes.
So I'm not sure it would make sense for me to be involved, but I'm very excited to see those two back in action.
Do you know what? Talking about amazing shows that you were in, Line of Duty, my goodness me, I honestly, you were so good in that. You were unrecognisable. I mean, I didn't realise it was you for a while. But
Thank
that,
you.
again, what an amazing thing to have done. And then to bounce from that into The Bodyguard. You know, obviously, Jed Mercurio wrote both of them.
I do feel very lucky, and I was very lucky to sort of have that relationship with Jed and be part of those shows, which were just, you know, the response to Bodyguard was, I mean, unlike anything anybody could have predicted or expected. You know, you always hope that people will be captured by what you're doing, you know, and interested, and but nobody could have predicted that. So it was really exciting. And Line of Duty, you know, it was a kind of slow build from that.
Yeah.
I came in the second series, and it was a slow build from that to becoming, you know, the phenomenon that we all know.
Your gorgeous husband, Matthew, who I have to say is playing a blinder in Succession as Tom. He's so ghastly that he's brilliant. You cannot stop watching it when he's on the screen. Isn't he fantastic? When are you two going to be working together again, or will you be? Are there plans to work together again?
Well, we will, and we have, and we've just wrapped on a show for ITV called Stonehouse, which is a three-parter, hopefully out by the end of the year. Matthew's playing a Labour MP. It's set in the 70s. It's a true story of an MP called John Stonehouse, and I play his wife, Barbara. And it's one of those stories that is just difficult to believe that it's true. It's all true. And he faked his own death.
Yeah, I remember it very well. It's like Canoe Man.
Yeah. So Matthew's playing him, and I'm playing Barbara.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be really good.
So yeah, that was great. I mean, it was great fun. We haven't worked together for a long time, and we just, you know, you never quite know how it's going to be. And it was great. We just had a ball. And Matthew looks completely different. I mean, it's a real physical transformation. So it was sort of easier than I thought. You know, if he'd looked more like himself, it might have been more difficult in a way, or if it's a modern piece, but actually his eye colour is different. He's got fake teeth in, he's got facial hair, he's got wigs. Me less so. There's no facial hair for me. But it's great fun. It's great fun. I can't wait for people to see it.
Oh, that'll be fantastic. Thank you so much for talking to me this morning.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
And the Midwich Cuckoos starts on Sky Max.